Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mrs. Shazia Malik, Assistant Professor of English Department, Government Girls Degree College, Quarry Road, Quetta. I'm here to give my fourth online lecture to my students of third semester. The department are Chemistry and Islamiyat. So, our subject is Functional English, and today's topic is Interview and Rules of an Interview. So, firstly, students, you should know what an interview is. Now, an interview it is a conversation where questions are asked and answers are given. So you can even call this interview as a formal meeting in which someone is asked questions in order to find out if she is suitable for a job or course of studies. So, as I told you, it is a formal meeting. So, always take care of this thing that you should not be free and frank with that person to whom you are giving an interview. So, we can call interview also as a series of questions and answer. The interviewer asks you some questions and the interviewee answers them. The interview usually gives information to the person who is taking your interview about your knowledge, about your life, about your experience, or the opinions that you are having. Okay, now coming towards tips or rules for a job interview. Number one, firstly, always research for the requirements of an interview. So, if you are just applying for any job, so first of all, you have to do your research or you have to observe that what are the main requirements for you to go and give an interview. Second one, review common interview questions and prepare yourselves for responses. Like, for example, you might be having this idea by asking the other people about their own experience that in these type of interviews, which kind of questions can be expected. So always prepare yourself for those kind of questions also and practice orally your responses. It means that you are not going to do any paper reading. From your own, you should be practicing with yourself, speaking to yourself, and orally, you should be preparing yourself for the answers. Thus, prepare genuine and professional answers. It means relevant ones. Whatever is asked to you in the interview, you have to give answer just related to that question. Now, practice speaking your answer aloud to help you improve fluency and your answers. So, you should be always speaking aloud, okay, as it is going to give you a lot of practice and moreover, your language will be very fluent. Number third, always going for interview. You have to follow these rules also, like wearing neat and clean clothes. You should be wearing a formal office attire. So it means okay that a formal dress you have to wear, not such a dress okay that you should not be looking proper or you should not be looking as a person who is a interviewee. So always wear clean and iron clothes. Number 4, always arrive early for an interview. So arrive on time and be relaxed and fully prepared for the interview. Like most of the candidates, they usually arrive late for the interview. When they come over there, so as they are sitting over there for their turn to come, they are always very much confused. So try to arrive 15 or 20 minutes before, as it will give you time to clear up your mind. You will here and there observe the surrounding also, and you will be mentally prepared that as now you are going for the interview, so what you have to do. Number 5, make a good first impression. Like first impression is the last impression. The cardinal rule of interviewing is to be polite and offer a warm greeting to everyone you meet. It means that if you will enter the room where you are going to give the interview, you should just greet the people who are there in a very good manner over there. Don't show this thing that you are very boring person over there. So you have to give a warm greeting. Number 6, always be authentic. focused, and confident. Once the interview starts, the key to success is the quality and delivery of your responses. Your answers should be fully relevant and responding. So, always, as I told you before, also, if the person sitting over there who is taking your interview, when he or she asks you any question, so you should respond in such a way that the answer should be very relevant and it should be the point that that person has asked. And moreover, you should respond very quickly. Provide solid answers, and the answer should be short and to the point. It means if the person asks you any question related to that, so you should not be so much long in that answer so that the other person who is taking your interview should be fed up. Number 7. Remember the importance of body language. As you all know, body language is very, very important. Effective forms of body language should be there, like smiling, eye contact, being very active, and listening attentively. So it means, okay, that if you are sitting in front of the person to whom you are giving an interview, you should be very lively and you should be listening attentively also and concentrating on the questions that are asked from you. And then the eighth one is always ask some questions related to the job. It will show your interest in the job. It means that as those people who are taking your interview, as usually they ask a number of questions, and the thing is this, that only you should not be giving answers of those questions. You should also ask some question from them also regarding that job over there, again regarding your work also over there, or regarding your timing and the other things. Number 9, and very important one, this is before leaving, show some courtesy and politeness. It means at once you should not just go out from the room without just thanking them, without talking in a polite manner over there. Now, thank each person who interviews you before you leave. So, let your personality shine through with confidence because it will give a very good impression to the people who are taking an interview and they will really believe this thing that you are a very confident person. Hope students, you might have understood what an interview is and you might be now aware about the hints and the tips of giving an interview. And I hope you all are going to follow these points. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.